Hello, my stamping friends. It's Rosellen. This is take 3 of this spring treat box. We haven't really gotten through it take 1 or 2 yet because everything was sideways. So I am going to start this, my 3rd try, and we'll see what happens. I guess we'll see if you come up sideways or crooked or what. I'm not really sure what, but either way, even if this video is sideways, I'm just going to go ahead and do it because I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know why it's not working today or wouldn't work today and was working yesterday. So anyway, I'm Rosellen. Thank you for coming and joining. Hi, Cheryl. Thanks for popping in. I am going to show you today how we're making a spring treat box. Got some candies in there, and I've got another little one to show you how we're gonna make. So today, oh wait, I'm just trying to get live so I can see comments on my laptop as well. So let's see if I can get there. It's probably trying to see me. Oh, it's probably trying to go to my other one. My take 1 or take 2. So we'll just see what's going on now. Am I even live? If anybody wants to comment or give me hearts or likes or something so that I know you're there. Take 3. Just found the video. Hey, it's Right Side Right. You can see that I'm wearing a blue dress that matches my blue piece of paper underneath it. Yay! Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start. And I think I can see comments on the side of my laptop. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. So, hi everybody. It is Easter Sunday. It is April 12th, 2020. It is my birthday. I'm super excited today. So, lots going on here. This is going to be a relatively quick video. I did a little scramble with my phone just now, so I moved some things on my desk. It might not be a quick video. I'll do my best. So today we're going to go over this little spring box that I made. And you can fill it with whatever you want. I had some Easter tissues in there, some pocket tissues. But really, I got these little marshmallow bunnies from the candy store. Actually from our grocery store, so you could put those in. They fit a lot of wonderful candies. A little bag of Skittles I had in there from my kids' Easter basket. So. Or these tissues. So I'll hold them off to the side. I'm not going to put that chocolate too far away because it's my birthday and I might be eating it on screen. So, introduce myself. I'm Rosellen, coming to you from Northern Virginia. If you could let me know where you guys are watching from, that would be fantastic. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I sell all these products. So if you have any questions about these products throughout the video, you can leave them in the comments on the side, or you can send me an email or send me a text or catch me on Facebook. If you want to shop online, this is my website where you can shop, and this is going to be the hostess code. If you're ordering something more than $150 worth of product, you will get your own hostess benefits. That's just free product for you guys. So don't use the hostess code if you are ordering more than $150 worth of product. Okay, so let's jump right in. This is a spring box. It was really relatively easy to make. I'll explain the box in a second. The top is just pumpkin pie, and this is a watercolor bunny from Fable Friends that I made the other day. I stamped 2 of them because when I'm stamping a project, I like to do 2 of them. So I stamped 2 bunnies and watercolored them, and then was just going to decide which one I liked better. So, hi Monica, thanks for joining. So anyway, for the project the other day, I chose that one, and I had this guy sitting there all nice and colored, so I figured I was going to use him on something else as well. So I made a little treat box. Now, to be completely honest, when I started this project, I had the pack of tissues. So I was going to do something that had a pack of tissues in it that was that size, and then made sure it fit other candies as well. So it started with the box of tissues, and it started with a piece of copy paper. I don't know how you guys start your projects, but I make it out of copy paper, you know, like printer paper first. And then I just kind of, as I like it, I mark down the measurements and tips, you know, make tips and stuff to show you guys. So I'm going to set this off to the side, so hopefully you can still see it right there. But I'm going to make a new one. And the one we're going to make today is this one right here. This one is Melon Mambo with butterflies from, I think it's Beauty Abounds. Let me see if I can reach over and get it. I can. So I used the 2 butterflies from Beauty Abounds stamp set, and a sentiment from Flourishing Phrases, because I knew I was putting some tissues in here as well. Sometimes you can hand these out when you're having a you know, if you have, I mean, if you have a wedding, you can put a nice congratulations phrase on there. If you are sad, I'm a little sad today because I am an extrovert, like 110%, and this is super hard for me. While I love my kids and my family, and I'm super excited to be home with them, I also love going out and I get my energy from other people as well. So staying home for my birthday and staying home for Easter when I'm usually at church celebrating with my entire church community is a little difficult for me. I'm just going to be honest about that. So I'm sad. And this is what I've put my tissues in for today. I guess if you're, yeah, like I said, you're having a wedding or something, you could do that. So I'm going to start from the very beginning on how I made this. I got a piece of paper and a piece of cardstock. I'm sorry. I chose Melon Mambo for this one. And I cut this one 7.5 by 6.25. Okay. So this is the 7.5 side. And on that 7.5 side, I scored, and I'll write the measurements down, but I scored at 1 inch from either side. So that would be 1 inch, and then if you really wanted to, you know, you could just bring it down to 1 inch, or you could score it at, which would be 1, and then, did I already mess? No, I didn't mess this box up already. So it's 1 inch on either side for this one on the 7.5 side. Then you're going to need a center score right there. So to be fair, it was at the 1 inch, then it's 3.25, which is right there, and then 4.25, and then, whoops, 6.5. Now, the 6.5 line on our trimmer, I hope you can see it, is right there. If you wanted to do 6.25, I don't know if you guys have seen this new Stampin' Up trimmer. I'm going to try and bring this up to you, and I hope you guys can see it. If you're looking right about there, there's not white, but there are still the notch measurement marks. So you can still see the 6.25 line, and it's pretty clear once you're looking at it, if you've got this right in front of you. So, but we are going to be measuring at 6.5, which is that 1 inch mark that I've already done. Now to turn it sideways, you're going to do 1 inch on each side. So score it like that. And if you wanted to, you could bring it over to 4.25, which, you know, the other way, or you could just measure it 1 inch on each side like that. So many different ways of measuring that use math. So depending on how you're feeling, you can measure it like I do sometimes, which is 2 and 2 clicks, or 2 and 1 click. So at this point, what I'm going to have you do is grab your punch, your umbrella punch. I'm just going to move my laptop so I can... Okay, in all honesty, when I was making this, I left my stamps out, and Shannon was just down here because one of my butterflies literally completely disappeared. So we just kind of tore this place apart looking for the butterfly stamp. So what I'm going to do right now is just make a little notch hole. You can see, so you can get your finger in there to open it up. And I'm just going to center it, and it's not going to be too big, just a little bit of a notch hole. And I'm just eyeballing it to that score line. Doesn't have to be in the center, it's okay. Then I'm going to, and you don't have to do this in a specific order, I am going to crease all the score lines. Get them a little bit first. There you go. And then I'll crease them with my bone folder once I get them all done. Okay. So, you guys have made boxes before, I'm sure. You don't really need to see me doing all of this, but for those of you that haven't, if you're a new stamper, I'm going to go over, you know, just some simple tips on how to make boxes. Now, crease lines are really important, especially the crease lines in the center, because I'll give you, I want you to crease them inside and outside, and I'll tell you why, because you're making it like a hinge, and you want it to flow really easily. You don't want it to just, once it stays open, it's going to pop open like that and stay. So you want it to be able to close and stay there. So you're going to just score them in all directions. Cut. Now I'm going to grab my snips, which are behind me. There we go. And I am going to snip out the parts you're going to fold over. Now the first things I'm going to do is start from the side. I don't know if I told you the other day. I put this on all my scissors, actually on all of my stuff really. Whenever I take them to big events, I want to know which ones are mine, and I also want everybody else to know which ones are mine. Excuse me. I'm gonna grab a sip of water. So I don't want any of my my products walking home with someone else. So see, it's on the bottom of my ink pads. It's on anything that I bring with me. I wash these things all the time, and I still put them on the blocks, and they stay on. So I'm going to use these snips right here because I used the other ones the other day for something sticky, and so those will be my sticky snips. Okay, so you're going to cut up the center line and just cut out a little notch of a triangle out of that center, and that is going to make it easier when you try and glue this together. And same thing on the opposite side. Just up on that straight line, and then a little bit of a triangle notch. Okay. Now for the bottom and top of the box, what you're going to do is instead of cutting it this way, you're going to cut it this way. From the front and from the back. And the same thing, you're going to cut out just a little notch on that flap. Because when you're cutting things, it's never 100% straight, just because it's just not. So this kind of is a way to mask any little imperfection when you're trying to adhere all that together. Okay, now if you want, what you can do is also punch a little bit of a finger notch right there, and I'll tell you a little hint that I did, because you can't really match these up because of the fold. But what I did was I held it there, so I've got the two, and then I just looked at that center notch, right like that. You see how that worked? I put that one lower, and I'm just going to line it up. So, and I'm just doing a tiny little finger hole latch, a place to put your finger to open these up in case you need that candy really, really quickly. Okay, I know what it's like. So I'm going to stick the box together with our Terran tape, which is in the current catalog. And I love this because it's, for those that have stamped with me for a while, do you remember that red liner tape that we used to have? I'm going to pick up my sticky scissors. It was really sticky. And once you put it down, you just could not move it. So, and snail, depending on the humidity in your home, might not stick 100% of the time. So this is kind of like in between those two. And just to show you what I'm doing, I like to kind of pick this up with my scissors, and then I didn't snip that all the way before I pulled it up. you're going to be putting adhesive on all of the places where the box is going to stick together, all of the little flaps. And basically what I'm doing right now is just putting it on the, oops, that one came off. Putting it on so this would be the box top and the box bottom. So this is the outside of the box. So that's where you want to put the adhesive. Sometimes you put it on the other parts of the box for different boxes. It just depends on how you are putting your box together. 2 more to do. Sorry if this is bothering you guys, that I'm just chit-chatting here. Let's see who else joined us. Hey, Jen Timko. I miss you something fierce. Sally, glad you could join us again. I hope you're having a wonderful Easter. I think that you probably are, and I'm wondering if you got the morning off. Do you still have that, you have a donut truck, if I remember correctly, right? Did people go out and meet you at the donut truck? That would be a lot of fun. Oh, speaking of food trucks, I had a great idea for my birthday. Okay, what I'm going to do right now is just burnish all of the adhesive that I put down, but I'll tell you my great birthday idea. This just makes the adhesive stick down really well. So for my birthday, because like I said, I'm an extrovert and I can't, I need energy from other people. I was very sad about having to celebrate at home. And I also have a friend that has a taco truck. And the reason why those two things go together is because I was talking to my friend and I said, well, I mean, if I could get together with my friends, I would have, you know, hired you to come to the neighborhood and, you know, sell your tacos. And we worked it out where El Jefe Street Eats is coming to my neighborhood. They do social distancing, responsible social distancing. You can pre-order your food. So I am getting a food truck to sort of celebrate with all of my neighbors. They're ordering their own food. So it's not really a birthday celebration, which means I get a do-over, which my husband knows that right off the bat. I'm getting a do-over for this whole birthday. So they've ordered their own food, and on Wednesday, the food truck is coming and it's going to park in front of my house, and all of my neighbors and I are going to stand outside 6 feet apart and eat tacos. And I thought that was such a great idea, because how many people are sick and tired of cooking for their family? I love them, but man, oh man, they expect 3 meals a day, every day, and snacks. I know they don't eat this much while they're at school, so I'm not really sure. I'm sure it's boredom eating. Okay, so anyway, I put the bottom of the box together just now. I don't know if you can see it, but that is a little bit off, and that might drive me nuts. So I am just going to trim that ever so slightly. Just so it doesn't, yep, there you go. And now for the top of the box, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to show you guys a trick. Oh, I didn't tell you about this trick. This is our Picket tool, and it comes with a long handle, and that is over on my desk, and I can't reach it from right here. But anyway, it has like a spatula on one end and a Picket piercer tool on the other, and it's got a handle that you're supposed to have everything in, but I have taken it off the handle and I just use it like this, because if you don't have long fingernails and you really want to get that adhesive up, you just pull this white backing paper off with the Picket tool. So yeah, that's how we do it. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a little hint, because when you're making boxes, you will often find that they don't close properly, because the way you've done the measurements, they're all even. So the top and the bottom are even, but now the top has to be slightly bigger to get around the bottom of the box. And really, technically, it is the exact same size. So what you're going to do is close the box first, close the part with the adhesive on it, and then close the top to stick that together, okay? And you're going to do the same thing with this other side here. Now that I've told you about my trick with the Picket tool, it's not going to work or something, I betcha. I don't know if you guys can even see my Picket tool. Okay, so again, I'm going to put that box top down. I'm going to close this. And there you go. That's how the box stays. Now again, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little bit of an overlap right there. So I am just going to cut that off. So can you see that? If I did that little lip right there, I am going to just trim that off a little bit. And some people say, you know, why bother? It's handmade. And I agree. But I also don't want it to be like getting caught on something. Okay. So that is our box, right? Easy peasy. I'm going to put that right there. Now for the top of the box, you're going to cut a piece that is a piece of Whisper White that is 2 by 4. And you're going to get your butterfly stamps that your loving daughter just found for you. And the ink pads that she found for you. And she laid out so nicely. So I chose Highland Heather, Melon Mambo, so Saffron, I didn't choose Pool Party. She chose Pool Party. I chose Balmy Blue, Pear Pizzazz, and Pumpkin Pie. Now, I know right now you guys are like, that is a lot of ink and I can't believe it, and how much ink are you going to use? I have something to coordinate it with, so you guys will see in a minute why I'm choosing all of these ink colors, and besides it just being pretty. So right over here, I'm going to move, I don't know if you can see what is off screen now, I don't know. I have my stamp cleaner and my Stampin' Mist, which is well loved and refilled lots of times. So I'm just going to set this off to the side. So when you guys see my hand go off screen now, it's going to be because I'm cleaning off the stamp sets. The stamps, not the stamp sets. So again, I used the 2 butterflies from Beauty Abounds. I did not use the sentiment from there. I grabbed a sentiment from Flourishing Phrases. But this is where I got the butterflies from, and I will show you what I did with them. When I'm stamping with lots of different colors, I always try to start with the lightest color first, because if I start with a dark color and then it doesn't actually wash all the way, by the time I get from Melon Mambo to So Saffron, I'm going to have Melon Mambo butterflies in my ink pad, and I don't want that. So you can do this randomly. You can plan it out if you want to. I sort of did it randomly yesterday, so I'm just going to do it randomly again. So clean my stamp real quick. I have a couple of yellow butterflies on there, daffodil butterflies. So I'll do that one, clean that off. Oh, actually I do have one more. I'm going to put it right there. Perfect. Okay, so then I'm done with the, oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't daffodil, it was So Saffron. You could pick whichever one you wanted, so it really doesn't matter. You could coordinate it with the candy. You could do Highland Heather, and maybe you can do some garden green, or some Pear Pizzazz, or maybe, I mean, Pumpkin Pie. There's just, you could coordinate it if you wanted to. I did not coordinate my Happy Spring with my eggs inside, but today I did, and I'll show you what's inside in a moment. So I'm going to take the larger butterfly again, and Melon Mambo ink. And let's see what we can do over here. Perfect. One of these right about there. Now normally what I would do if I was just starting this, like when I just started this first one right there, and I say I'm stamping randomly, I am, but stamping randomly in this kind of project means I'm going to stamp the biggest image first. So the biggest image is this butterfly, and I did that in all of the different colors. And then went back, and wherever there was room, I mean, I made sure to leave room, but wherever there was room, I stamped the smaller butterfly kind of in between. So that's enough for the Highland Heather. Get that one out of the way. And let's bring in some pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie, this is a fall. It was named in the fall, I guess. Oh, actually, I'll wash that off. I'm just going to do one more little pumpkin pie. Right under there. And they can overlap. That's okay. It's okay if they go off of the paper, because you're actually going to make it look like it was a full piece of butterfly paper that you've trimmed down if you go off. If you stay on the page, it looks like you've created it that way, which is totally fine. It's just another look. So this one is the Pear Pizzazz. And so let's see, I'm going to put a small one there and that way. And I'll do the larger, I'm sorry, those were larger butterflies. I'm going to put the small one right here. And then I'll do some balmy blue. Now you can see that I'm not doing this exactly as I did it on the other one, but pretty close. I can do that one there. So I'll probably add some more in there. Like I can put, let's see, like what's missing up there? Let's go back and do another. Up there, like maybe could use a little pumpkin pie. I feel like, Bob Ross, how about a happy little butterfly right up there? And actually another happy little butterfly there. Now that looks like it's full of butterflies. Happy butterflies, as Bob Ross would say. All right, so then to finish off this top layer, I took my Melon Mambo ink, open it up again. And this is one of our sponges that I cut into, it's maybe a 1/6, but I don't like to get my fingers dirty all the time. So, plus it's easier to hold. I just put a binder clip on here and I pick up a little bit of the Melon Mambo ink and I am going to just sponge the edges. Oh, did you hear that noise? I don't know if my dog just fell over or what just happened upstairs. That was definitely dog claws on the hardwood floor. So I'm just going to sponge around all the edges. So you just hold the paper so it is actually straight and won't bend. I put my fingers underneath it and then you just go around the edges. Okay, now there's different ways you can sponge. If you wanted to, you could sponge the whole thing, but then you can't really see all the pretty butterflies. So I'm going to set my sponge off to the side so I don't put my fingers in it. And I keep closing my inks so I don't put my fingers in it. Okay, so now for this part, since these were going to go on tissues for this one, I wanted it to be relatively flat. And that's how I kept it. And for this one as well, I'm going to keep it relatively flat. So you can see how I'm just going to attach it with some snail. Now I stamped, oh, you can also see, by the way, that I stamped thanks, but it was crooked. And when I started on this side, you couldn't even see it because the Stampin' Up! Whisper White cardstock is so good that you can't even see through it. So if you took apart several of my projects, you would most definitely find something on the other side. So let's see who else. Oh, I see that Betsy joined. Hey, Molly, how are you? Molly from Oregon. If you guys want to follow somebody talented, man, oh man, find her on Instagram. It's amazing. Let's see, Betsy. Oh, thanks for the happy birthday wishes, Betsy. I am having a good time. Oh, you know what? I haven't given away a single thing yet. I'm going to do it now. Let me find my stack because I have a stack of goodies. Okay, so the first person, oh, I have to, hold on, I'm a-coming. I'm just going to take a sticker off of something. Should never have the price tag on something you're giving away as a gift, right? Hold on a second. I have 2 brand new stamp sets. I'm going to give one away to the first person. I think I will give this retired hostess set called It's the Thought. Brand new stamp set. Red rubber, goes on clear blocks. So I'm going to give that away to person number 1. And I'm going to just say, I'm going to roll up and down on my comment list. I saw Dawn do this the other day. Now she She was on for 2 hours, so she had tons and tons of comments. But I'm just going to roll up and down and say, okay, Sally Fisher is the person I pointed to. So Sally Fisher is going to get hostess. It's the thought. So Sally, if you will please private message me your address so I can send you that stamp set. And let's see, has anybody shared this? Let me see who shared it. Maybe I will give the next person, the person that shares this video while we're watching it, Kindness Matters, which again is a new stamp set. It is red rubber. And I picked it because it says thanks and uses butterflies. So if you wanted to make this, you certainly could. I'm not going to call a name for this one right now. I'm going to wait until, how about I do it 9 o'clock tomorrow morning? So I'm going to give those two out right now. Well, one out right now and one out in a minute. So this is what I ended up with for my thank you box. And I was going to do something else on there, wasn't I? Oh, no. So what I wanted to show you about what you can put inside that box and why I used those colors is because for this one, I had these tissues as well. So I was inspired by this package of tissues and thought I could give that to somebody as a little thank you. I play Bunko every month. Well, not this month. But I play Bunko every month with some church friends of mine, and I try to bring a hostess gift when I can remember. So this will be a little hostess gift for my next Bunko hostess. And that's how it comes out to be. So you can see the little notch we made and how it opens. And then if you were to put something in here that's thinner, like these tissues are a little thinner. So then that's why that notch is there. So you can reach your hand in and pull those up as well. But I love these little butterfly, I think they're called, oh, that's right, a swanky hanky. Isn't that funny? I probably should have, I just gave them some marketing, I guess. But anyway, so this is a cute little thank you box. And I'm going to give away some other stuff too. So let's see, who's next on my list? Next, I'm going to give away some Stampin' Dimensionals, the black ones. Let's see. I am going to give those away to Sally. Did I just say Sally Fisher won the last one? I'm feeling a little bad, so I think I said Sally Fisher won the first one, and I just called her name again. So I'm going to give Sally this, and I'm going to give away another. You know, I got to grab a paper so I can write this down. Okay, so where are my Post-it notes? Give me 2 seconds, friends. Give me a little grace, and I'm going to pull out my Post-it notes. A little Easter grace here, because I think Sally Fisher... Okay, so my memory is out the window. So I think I said Sally Fisher for the first one. Can somebody answer me, and did I say Sally Fisher? If I said Sally Fisher, if Sally was the one that won, it's the thought. I'm going to give her that one. If not, I'm going to give it to the person that I called. I am also going to definitely going to give her some dimensionals. Sally Fisher. And I'm calling another person for some black dimensionals as well because I feel bad. So that will be, I'm going to roll the names up and down again. Jill Cha. So, Jill Cha, black dimensionals. Black dimensionals. Okay, that's another thing I'm going to give away. And then this Kindness Matters set, I said I'm going to see whoever, I'm going to pull another name by 9 a.m. on Monday. There we go. And while I'm giving things away, I want you guys to know that anybody that shares the video, likes the video, tags a friend in the video. I'm also going to give away watercolor pencils. I am also going to give away bright candy dots. I am also taking another price tag off of something. I am going to give away Cloudy Day embossing folder. That is really, really cute. I love their like little oh, what's the little word I'm looking for? Like with those little pinholes, I can't think of the name. I can't remember. Anyway, it's an embossing folder that makes little clouds with little pin dots. Those are very cute. And I'm also gonna give away, this is a retired product we have. It's the Cards and Envelope Fresh Cut Notes. So the cards are scored, I think they're 4 by 4. Let's grab my ruler and see. Yeah, it's a 4 by 4 card once you fold it over. And these flowers pop out of the front. So you can attach a piece of designer paper to the back, so it makes it look like flowers. You could just cut it out and then they could see whatever is going to be on the inside of your card. But there is, let's see how many are in here. I think it's 8. It doesn't actually say. Let's see if I can count the envelopes real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4... Ooh, it looks more like 12. I don't know. I'm not going to open the package. But these are the other items I am giving away today. So you can win these by commenting, liking, sharing the video, tagging a friend in the video that might be interested in seeing it. What else was there? Anyway, I listed all of the ways you could win in the top of the video. I'm sorry, in the promotion for the video. So let me just go over this again real quick. I'm going to hold those off to the side. Again, we just made this thanks box, which is the same as the Happy Spring box, and also fits with our Comfort and Healing to You box. So this box was 7.5. It started out 7.5 by 6 1/4. On the 7.5 side, I scored at 1, 3 1/4, 4 1/4, and 6 1/2. And then on the other side, the 6 1/4 side, I scored it at 1 inch from either end. That was what makes the sides and the front of the box. I'm sorry, just the size of the box. So I will hopefully put up a piece of, I'll loosely use the word graphic of some sort. So that you can see how I trimmed it and where I scored it and where I cut it, and how I did the adhesive. Don't forget to, one of these fun little Picket tools, which does have a handle, just not right here in mine because I use it like this. I just pick it up, I drop it, I use it, I drop it. So we used don't forget the umbrella punch to punch the little finger slide right there to be able to open it up. And you can fill them with tissues like those, or you can fill them with candies like this Easter box. We put in some candies. Let's see how many you can get in there. I think I can get 4. Excuse my reach. My mother would call that the boarding house reach. Well, you know what that means. I just have to eat some chocolate. 2 can definitely get in there. And maybe I can put in some Reese's peanut butter bunnies as well. Look at that. See, now that's a cute little Happy Spring box. So, there you go. Actually, what I think I'll do is I will give away this thank you box as well. So I'm going to put a Post-it note on that right now, and I will give the project away. Giveaway. So I'm going to put this on my giveaway pile. So thank you guys for joining us. I put some candy and some eggs. If you want any of the products that are in the video today, you can go to my website, roselleneastman.stampinup.net, and order online. Ships directly to your house. The hostess code is listed there. That's valid through the end of April. For May, there will be a new hostess code, so make sure to check back. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call, email, text, any of those things. Send up a smoke signal, however you want to get in touch with me. And I'd be happy to help you. There was one more thing I was going to say. Oh, if you are going to order $150 of merchandise or more, you will get your own hostess benefits. So don't use this hostess code if you are going to spend $150 or more on merchandise. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for joining me today. I am not going to show you my project for Monday, but I will tell you that it is a birthday project. It is not a card. It is not a handmade box like this. So, and it's not a carrot box. So check back in with me and I will show you what I am making. I'll put up some still shots of the project once I get it done. And right now I am gonna sign off because I'm gonna go out for dinner. And when I say out, I am going all the way outside to the front lawn for a picnic dinner with my family of some yummy, delicious picnic treats. And I'm hoping we can get that in before the rain starts. That would just be coronavirus really taking its ugly head on quarantine. Okay, so anyway, have any questions, give me a call. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you for the birthday wishes. A happy Easter if you celebrate, and I will see you guys early next week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.